Chris Abel is here. Tech Pack time.
It is.
You're the greatest, man. My favorite thing about you, Chris, is that you just embrace this. Like, you love this stuff and you embrace it, and you're just so comfortable and happy talking about it. It's my favorite thing about you. And like, you could talk about things that I don't care about. I mean, I do care about the things you talk about, but
Okay.
like, you could talk about anything that I don't care about. Like, you talk about knitting, but you love it so much. I would be like, this is just great. So thanks, bud, for being you.
All right. Thanks. Well, the fun part is just finding the cool knitting, and then getting excited about that.
I guess so. That would be the case. We were told, Chris, that there was a new family member coming to Apple. It turns out it's new, but it's not necessarily a new family member. It's kind of been around all the time. Or did I miss something?
With a new look. So yes, they've come out with a new version of what would normally be called the iPhone SE, but instead it's called the iPhone 16e. And I think what they're trying to communicate is the difference is that traditionally the iPhone SE is sort of the budget version of the regular iPhone model that comes out. It's like, okay, you're going to pay a lot less. You're not going to get many of the features, but you're paying less. But the iPhone 16e that just was announced a few hours ago, just after lunch, the idea is that they're not skipping out on the new technology. So the iPhone 16e will have all the AI, the artificial intelligence, what Apple calls their Apple Intelligence and visual intelligence features into it. They say that's the whole point, is that rather than paying $1,400 to get the iPhone 16 Pro, this version, the iPhone 16e, they're selling for $900. And so you do get access to the high-end cameras that you would normally have on the more expensive versions. You have access to the artificial intelligence, and they have said that this has a really cool battery life, that you can get 26 hours of constant video playback, for example, before you have to charge the phone again. So it's a good deal, but it's not quite the budget phone that the iPhone SE usually is.
The SE, there is one big step. The SE always had a button on it. This one does not, which is the first one, I think, in this budget line that doesn't have a home button, old school technology style,
right.
If I have that correct.
Yes, but it does have the new action button on the side. Oh. So this is something that was introduced with the iPhone 16 Pro. So this is an extra button on the side that makes it easier for you to be able to access the camera, take photos, that kind of thing, as well as use for other features. So that is included on the iPhone 16e. What I like in terms of saving money, though, is that it's only available in two colors, black or white, but they're offering a wide range of cases in all different colors. So when you pop it into a case, that's basically changing the color of the phone. So they've managed to save money, not actually having to come out with a range of iPhones in different colors. Instead, they just make a white and a black, and then you can go out and buy the case that changes the color to your choice.
Well, which, let's be honest, Chris, this is the dumbest thing of all the things, is that, by the way, everyone buys a different color phone because you cover it up. I've always, I feel anxious when I see somebody who doesn't have a phone case on their phone.
Yeah.
Right? So everybody covers it up anyway. So this is taking our own stupidity and marketing it to us, and we're buying it. So I guess good win for Apple.
Yeah.
So
good.
Robots and technology is something that we're all excited about. The exoskeleton has been a thing. I'm not sure that I'm cool with this one, though, Chris, because it seems like it's cool if people can't walk. It's cool if people have mobility issues, all of that. But to take people who maybe, could work out a little bit to go to higher places, I don't know if that works or not, but there's a new robot that you can slip into and you can go places.
Yeah, I think this is kind of cool. So in China, at the start of the Chinese New Year, a company called King Technology started to do their first beta test of what they're calling wearable computers. So these are, as you described, an exoskeleton, meaning that it's like a belt that you put around your waist, and then there are these straps that extend down to little smaller belts that go around your thighs. And so robotics then will be able to grab your thighs, your legs, and then add extra power when needed. The way that the robot understands when you need that is that it has a built-in artificial intelligence that can monitor sensors along your legs. So when you start to take steps forward, it realizes what you're doing and then can activate the robotics to lift your leg and your thighs and the knees. This is where things get really tricky for people. As you age, you get older, the knees is where things start to suffer. And so this is a system that's just going to say, look, when you take a step forward, you're not going to have to work as hard to lift the knees to get up and to be able to take steps and walk forward. Where they launched this is that in China, there are some great tourism spots where you can go to visit ancient temples, you can visit ancient mountain peaks. It's getting to those spots. It's really tough. Often it's an uphill climb. Yes, there are staircases, but you're talking like 7,000 steps. And so to test out their exoskeletons, they created a system where when you're at the bottom of the mountain, you can spend about $11 US, rent one of these exoskeletons, put it on, and it'll help you walk up the 7,000 steps to be able to reach the top and to get to the temple. And they've been trying it out. And so far, people said that it's actually been generally a positive experience. There are downsides. Once you get into an exoskeleton, it can be tricky to get out. You need someone to help you. So if you suddenly have to go to the bathroom, that can be a problem. And then they say the other aspect is that people find when they use it, they're not getting any exercise out of using it. Your body kind of sort of rebels against that. But again, it's not really designed for healthy people. This is designed for the elderly in particular.
I'm so excited for people who are paraplegic, quadriplegic, whatever, when this stuff lets them walk again. Like this is going to be amazing. And in defense of debating my own comment earlier on, people have skydived without oxygen assistance and spacesuits on to be able to go higher and higher. And we didn't say, oh, you should work out more to them. So in all fairness. Okay, we only have about a minute here, Chris, but this one is an anti-tech thing.
Well, so there's a company called Maestro Media, and in June, they're going to release 2001, A Space Odyssey, the board game. And so the way this works is that one player takes on the role of Hal, the evil computer. It's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons in that he has a screen that he sits behind. There's a board where everybody has a little token. You roll dice, you move and grab spaces. The other human players have to play the humans to try to outsmart Hal. What I love about this is that Hal has to try to destroy the life support system, so all the players die. He wins then. If the players, however, can outsmart Hal the computer and reduce his computer systems, then they win. They say it takes about half an hour to play a game, and the best fun part is that if you get to play Hal, you get to do his voice. Hey Shane, what are you doing, Shane? Leave the door alone, Shane.
That's absolutely creepy. Chris, where does everyone find you on Twitter?
You find me at Real Chris Abel. That's KRISABEL. My handle, I use it on all the social accounts.
And Chris does share all of these things on the X as well. So you can reach out and introduce yourself to Chris. As always, my friend, thank you.
Thank you. Take care.